Hello students, already we saw molecular basis of inheritance part 1 and 2. This is part 3. Under this, the following subtopics we have to see: transcription unit, template strand, encoding strand, transcription unit and the gene, types of RNA and transcription process. Transcription. What is transcription? Transcription is the process of formation of RNA from DNA. This is nothing but making a copy of genetic information stored in a DNA into a complementary strand of RNA. So, making a complementary strand of RNA from DNA. Already in DNA, genetic informations are stored with the help of what? RNA polymerase based on complementarity rule. During transcription, only one segment of DNA from one strand only takes place. Suppose if both strands are transcribed at a time, then what would happen? If both strands are transcribed, they code for different amino acids, then two RNA molecules with different sequences, which in turn give rise to two different proteins also. So this shows one segment of DNA would be coding for two different proteins. Two RNA molecules, suppose formed, will be complementary to each other to produce a double-stranded RNA. If double-stranded RNA is formed, there is no translation because DNA is transcribed to RNA, RNA translated to protein. If double-stranded RNA is forming, there is no translation. Transcriptional unit. It has three regions: promoter, structural gene and terminator. Promoter. In this diagram you can see this is a promoter region, then this is a terminator region. In between these two, structural gene. Promoter region actually from 5' to 3' of coding strand. Okay, then what is coding strand? Coding strand cannot be transcribed, which is coding the sequence in mRNA. See, this is a template strand, this is a coding strand. Template strand is actually from parent. Okay, yes, this cannot be transcribed. Sorry, coding strand cannot be transcribed. The template strand can be transcribed. Here it codes from 3' to 5'. Okay, so promoter marks the beginning of transcription. Here RNA polymerase binds the enzyme which initiate the transcription. Then structural gene, part of the DNA that is actually transcribed. Then terminator marks the end of the transcription. Yes, template strand and coding strand. Already we saw what is template strand and what is coding strand. Coding strand cannot be transcribed. This is a coding strand from 5' to 3'. Then this is a template strand 3' to 5'. Okay, it cannot be transcribed. It can be transcribed. Okay, here in the promoter region, RNA polymerase, DNA dependent RNA polymerase. So this catalyzes the polymerization from the direction 5' to 3'. Then the strand with polarity 3' to 5' act as a template strand. Okay, then the strand with 5' to 3' act as a coding strand. Has sequence similar to RNA formed after transcription, except for the change that thymine is present instead of uracil. Already you know, in DNA means thymine is present, in RNA it is uracil. Yes. Transcription unit and the gene. What is transcription unit? It is found in a segment of DNA of one strand that contains actually genetic code for a single polypeptide. Okay, if single polypeptide is present in the transcriptional unit, that is called monocistron. If many polypeptides are present in transcription unit, that is called polycistronic. Polycistronic found in prokaryotes, monocistronic found in eukaryotes. Okay, monocistron, the genes have interrupted coding genes. Here there are two types. Okay, two parts are there, that is exon and intron. Exon coding sequences that appear in a matured or processed mRNA. Then intron is non-expressible sequence of DNA. Exons are interrupted by intron. mRNA contains only exon but no intron. Types of RNA. There are three types of RNA: mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. mRNA means messenger RNA. It brings message for the synthesis of protein. Actually, the DNA is transcribed to form mRNA, which is translated into protein. That is only central dogma. tRNA, transfer RNA, it transfers amino acid from amino acid pool to the place where protein synthesis takes place. So it brings amino acid during translation and reads the genetic code. rRNA is a ribosomal RNA. This plays a vital role because it is a structural and catalytic role during translation. Transcription process. It has three steps: initiation, elongation and termination. Initiation. Initiation of transcription. From where? From promoter. In the promoter, you can see this is a RNA polymerase with the sigma factor. So here RNA polymerase enzyme with the sigma factor, the transcription started or initiated. Okay. Then next one, elongation. In the elongation, actually what is taking place? Polymerization occurs according to the rule of complementarity. At the same time, the opening of the helix, that is unwinding, we can say. Opening of the helix and elongation continuous. Therefore, the sigma factor is coming out. Already we saw two steps in transcription. One is initiation, second one is elongation, third one is termination. The termination takes place at the end, that is terminator region. In the terminator region, RNA polymerase enzyme is present along with the Rho factor. It alters the specificity. Okay, therefore it terminates the transcription. RNA polymerase first initiated from the promoter, then proceed to perform elongation, then at last terminated the transcription process. As the enzyme reaches the termination region, the nascent RNA falls off and transcription is terminated. Complexities associated with the transcription. In prokaryotes, there is no nuclear demarcation between cytosol and nucleus because nucleus is not found. So there is no difference between cytoplasm and nucleus. So translation and transcription both are taking together only. Okay, in prokaryote, transcription and translation are coupled. But in eukaryotes, the nucleus and cytoplasm is different. We can see it clearly. Therefore, here three different kinds of RNA polymerases are present. That is RNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3. First, the RNA polymerase 1 transcribes rRNA. Yes, transcription in eukaryote takes place with the help of three enzymes, that is RNA polymerase 1, polymerase 2 and polymerase 3. RNA polymerase 1 transcribes rRNA, already we saw. RNA polymerase 2 transcribes HNRNA. HN, that is nothing but heterogeneous nuclear RNA. That is called mRNA precursor before the formation of mRNA. Then RNA polymerase 3 transcribes tRNA and snRNA. tRNA is nothing but transfer RNA. snRNA is short nuclear RNA. Okay, here three steps are very important. The precursor of mRNA, that is hnRNA, contains both introns and exons. You can see in this picture, the yellow color is exon, this is intron. The introns are removed and the exons are joined together, that is called splicing. Second step is capping. In this, in the 5' end, methyl guanosine triphosphate is added, that is capping. Then tailing. In the 3' end, adenylate residues are added. Okay, now at the end of this, hnRNA is fully processed. It is now known as mRNA, which is transported out of the nucleus to get translated. This is only fully formed mRNA. All these takes place inside the nucleus. Now this mRNA comes outside the nucleus, that means in the cytoplasm, then ready for protein synthesis. Thank you.